You never really know what someone's going through, even when they live in the spotlight. That's the quote that's been echoing in fans' minds after Hailey Bieber dropped a bombshell that left social media shook. Let's be real, celebrity drama comes and goes. But this feels different. It's raw, it's real, and it's honestly kind of heartbreaking. Imagine waking up and scrolling through Instagram, expecting some fit check from Justin Bieber or a Vogue-worthy photo dump from Hailey, and instead you stumble across a cryptic caption that feels like a cry for help. It wasn't just another celeb going through a phase, something much deeper was unraveling. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free and help us bring you enjoyable content. And of course, watch till the end. And now, after weeks of rumors, blurred paparazzi photos, and Reddit conspiracies spiraling out of control, Hailey Bieber has officially broken her silence. What she revealed? It's more than just personal. It's gut-wrenching. Let's dive into the story behind the headlines, the spiraling moments that led here, and what this means for Justin, Hailey, and the people watching from the sidelines who might just see a piece of themselves in all this. We all noticed it, those late-night posts, the sudden disappearances, and that one time Justin was photographed wandering barefoot through a hotel lobby in Tokyo looking, well, lost. It wasn't the usual pop star unpredictability. This wasn't the sorry singer being a quirky icon. It felt darker. Fans described his expression as vacant. Journalists labeled it a downward spiral. Even his music started sounding sadder. Not moody sad, existential sad. And when Justin stopped showing up to major events, including his own documentary release, mind you, rumors began swirling. Anxiety? Burnout? Addiction? Something worse? Hailey stayed silent until now. But what exactly triggered the spiral? And was anyone paying attention before it got this bad? For a while, Hailey Bieber was the definition of cool, composed, and curated. Instagram perfect, fashion forward, and always showing up to support her husband. But behind the scenes, the model-turned-entrepreneur was juggling more than PR schedules and skincare launches. According to close sources, Hailey was begging Justin to get help behind closed doors. We're talking interventions, therapy ultimatums, even limiting his access to social media when things got out of hand. At one point, Hailey allegedly confided in a close friend saying, "I'm more his nurse than his wife right now." But why wasn't she speaking publicly? Because, as she reportedly put it, it's not my story to tell. Until it is. So what changed? Why now? And what finally pushed Hailey to open up? Here's where the story takes a turn most of us didn't see coming. In a joint statement with Justin's management team, Hailey confirmed that her husband has been diagnosed with a rare neurological condition that affects emotional regulation, sensory processing, and can lead to depressive episodes and erratic behavior. The name hasn't been officially disclosed, but medical insiders are speculating that it might be limbic encephalitis, a condition that often presents as psychiatric symptoms before it's even diagnosed. Yes, you read that right. Something that looks like a mental health breakdown might actually be a biological condition affecting his brain. Suddenly, those strange Instagram rants and public withdrawals aren't just signs of a celebrity having a rough patch. They're symptoms. But how long has this been going on? And why did it take this long to diagnose? Let's rewind the tape. Remember that infamous 2022 Coachella clip where Justin was crying backstage? At the time, fans assumed he was emotional from a performance. Turns out, that might have been one of his earliest flare-ups. Insiders say he experienced blurred vision, tremors, and confusion that night. In hindsight, there were breadcrumbs all along. That awkward TMZ interview where Justin seemed confused by the questions, the months he spent completely off-grid, and the countless canceled tour dates due to exhaustion. People mocked him, memed him. But now, it looks a lot like everyone missed a serious cry for help. So how is Justin coping now, and is there any hope for recovery? Inside the Bieber household, healing, help, and hard truths. According to sources close to the couple, Justin is now undergoing treatment with a neurologist, working with trauma-informed therapists, and here's the real twist, considering stepping away from the music industry indefinitely. Yes, indefinitely. Hailey, meanwhile, has taken a full step into advocacy mode. She's been quietly consulting with medical professionals, setting up a support network for spouses of people with neurodegenerative conditions, and brace yourself, she's even considering launching a mental health initiative through her brand Road. The woman's not just standing by her man, she's mothering the situation hard. But does love really survive when the sickness part of in sickness and in health takes over everything? One of the more shocking headlines suggested that Hailey was considering placing Justin under conservatorship, similar to what Britney Spears experienced. Let's unpack that. Legally, a conservatorship would give Hailey the authority to make decisions on Justin's behalf, financial, medical, and otherwise. As of now, no papers have been filed. But insiders say discussions have taken place behind closed doors. Not out of control, out of concern. Apparently, Justin had a close call recently involving a missed dosage of his medication that left him disoriented and unable to recognize people around him. That moment, sources say, shook Hailey to her core. Would a conservatorship help or hurt? And what does this mean for Justin's autonomy, fame, fragility, and the toll of always being watched? Here's the thing. We forget celebrities are human. Strip away the Grammy Awards and designer fits, and you've got someone who, like millions, might be quietly battling something invisible and terrifying. For Justin, the fame came fast. Childhood stardom, relentless paparazzi, a public breakup with Selena, then marriage under a magnifying glass. It's enough to break anyone. But when you add an undiagnosed medical condition on top of that, it's not drama. It's a crisis. And for Hailey? She didn't sign up for this. But she's still here. So where do they go from here? And what can the rest of us take from this story? Justin's story is a sobering reminder that even the most successful, wealthy, and loved people can be struggling in silence. It's also a lesson in the limits of love, the power of early intervention, and the strength it takes to speak up when your partner can't. If Hailey had stayed silent, we might still be mislabeling Justin's symptoms as drama. But instead, she's shifted the narrative from shame to support, from chaos to care. And maybe that's the real takeaway here. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's a lifeline. Hailey Bieber didn't owe us this update, but she gave it. Not for headlines, but for healing. For herself. For Justin. And for anyone watching, wondering if their version of this story might ever get better. So, if you've been silently carrying the weight of someone else's struggle, this one's for you. Speech balloon, what are your thoughts? Have you ever supported someone through a condition that changed everything? Share your voice below. Because you never know who needs to hear they're not alone. Sparkles, stay curious, stay compassionate, and stay human. Want more breakdowns like this? Just ask. There's always another story worth unpacking.